Good day, other worldies. This is Queen Juliana, your dark mask diva. So I don't usually make videos outside, like just like shorts that I put on TikTok, but today I'm just hanging around in one of my favorite hangouts across the street from my building, and I thought, well, it's a nice day, so I'll just make maybe like a YouTube video outside. So I want to talk about when you know it's time to just kind of get someone off your social media. Okay, so I'm going to tell a story, and I hope it's not too boring for you guys. I'm having kind of a hard time because I could barely see myself. It kind of looks shady, so hopefully it's picking up my face okay. So this is something that kind of happened, and it was more towards the end of the pandemic. I had known this guy since my MySpace days, back when I was Dark Mask Diva, the blogger. So it's kind of like I'm still friends with most of my old MySpace buddies. So I really don't want to let them go. I'm kind of sentimental about all my old MySpace pals and stuff like that. I'm still I kind of don't like to let people go, and I really those are kind of my halcyon days, that was when I first became a blogger and first kind of got sort of famous online, and I really enjoyed my days as Dark Mask Diva on MySpace and as a blogger and all that kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed the camaraderie I had with all those people. Well, there was this guy that, I was still friends with. He, we all kind of migrated to Facebook after, Tom just kind of, let MySpace go and everything like that. And it stopped being fun over there. So we're like, okay, let's just all go to Facebook or whatever. So we've been on Facebook ever since then. And, so anyway, I've been friends with that one guy on Facebook, and anyway, so I don't know if he started drinking during the pandemic or what his deal was, but have you guys ever played that game on Facebook where you it's a silly game and it's not necessarily accurate to the rules of the game, but you play the game where you press the button and it says, what celebrity do you look like? And it'll give you one celebrity that you look like, or it'll give you 3 celebrities that you look like, and they'll pick somebody of your gender that has your hair and eye color. So to usually give me a lady or 3 ladies that have blue eyes and red hair, or blue eyes and blonde hair, right? So what happens is a lot of the times it'll say you look exactly like, and it'll have this particular celebrity that my fiance has a huge crush on, right? So I like to play that game because it gives me that celebrity almost all the time. Right now, I personally don't think that I look that much like her, but it's just we have the same hair and eye color. I don't see a lot of similarities in my looks in this particular woman. I mean, I think it's flattering that they think I look like her or whatever like that, but it's just we have the same hair and eye color. And then other times, they'll say you look like these 3 celebrities, and it's these 3 actresses that have blue eyes and red hair. Okay, I think I look more like them. But they tell me I look like this one particular one, and I get her all the time. So I think it's really funny. I get a kick out of the game. It's a really fun game. It's a really silly game. It's not, based on science or anything like that. They just, sometimes they even give you people you don't even look like at all. And they usually just try to pick who you might look the most like. Okay. And sometimes you have to spin it a few times before you get anyone you even closely resemble. So I like to play that game because my fiance gets a kick out of it. He likes seeing it because he's like, oh, my 2 favorite gorgeous women. or there's a bunch of gorgeous women, because he sees a picture of me, and then he sees a picture of his favorite celebrity woman. So he gets excited because he sees her and me in the same picture. So he's like, he likes that an awful lot. So I used to play that game all the time because he would get really excited and leave a bunch of hearts, and he'd be like, "Ooh," and he'd make a big deal out of it. So I would play the game because he would like it so much. Okay, and it was like a cute thing to do, and he would get such a big kick out of it. Right, so, and I just thought it was funny. Okay, so it's not anything like you take seriously, like you think you look like those celebrities. Like, I kind of don't think I look like anyone in particular. I think I kind of, have my own look or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I can't think of anybody I look like, to be honest. So, anyone I look like currently, I can't think of anybody. So I kind of think I have that silver screen look, maybe of the older actresses, but I can't think of anybody I look like currently. You know what I mean? So I don't think I look like any of them. That's the truth. So, and that's okay. I don't need to look like anybody. So it doesn't hurt my feelings that I don't look like anybody. So, let's just get that straight. So this guy gets on there. Ready? He gets on there and he tells me that I don't look like that actress. And I was like, yeah, I know I don't look like her, and I'm okay with it. And then he goes on and on about how I don't look like her, and I go, I know, I just post that up there because my fiance gets a big kick out of the game. So every time I play the game, he goes out of his way to tell me that I don't look like the actress. And I'm like, bruh, I know I don't look like the actress. It's okay. I don't need to look like the actress. I'm a grown woman. I don't need to look like the actress. It's just a silly Facebook game. Okay? They're not even picking someone you really look like anyway. You have to spin the thing a few times before you even find somebody that you do look like, honestly. So, they pick someone with the same hair and eye color. Sometimes you don't even get that. So every time I would play the game, my fiance would be like, ooh, and make a big deal out of it. And it would just be this cute thing between him and me. So this dude would just always go on there and make a big deal about how I don't look like the actress. So it got to the point where he was like almost insulting me or whatever. And he goes, but you are beautiful. But he would always make a big deal about how I don't look like the actress. So I just got to the point where I was really getting tired of hearing about it. So I'm thinking, he won't shut up about it. And every time I did the thing, it was just this thing between my fiance and I. And that's one way we had fun together on Facebook. He'd be at work and I would play the game, and he'd be on his lunch break and he would just get the biggest kick out of it. But then this dude would come on and he'd be a wet blanket about it. So finally, I just got tired of hearing about it, and I just unfriended the guy. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want him to try to friend me again, because what's going to happen is he's going to show up in the recommended friends at the bottom, and he's going to try to friend me again. Or he's going to ask me why I unfriended him. And I really don't want to talk to him about, because you have to keep telling me that I don't look like the actress. And I just didn't want to talk to him about it anymore. So I just blocked him. I was like, forget about it. Right? So after that, I was just kind of like, I really think that he's stuck at home during the pandemic. I think the fact that he feels like he needs to tell me over and over and over and over. Like, he couldn't just tell me once. He has to tell me every time I do it. I mean, it's obviously me and my fiance playing around. All right. So here's another thing. I post a lot of memes on social media. So I've got Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, All right, so I have a lot of social media. Twitter, I have this, all right, YouTube. So, well, I don't post memes on YouTube, but you guys know I have a lot of social media. My whole thing is like, I do social media. All right, that's what I do. So, people don't like my memes. It's like, if you're a grown-up and you see something you don't like on the internet, what you do is you just keep scrolling. You can either click that little box up here, right up here, or I think it might be right up here. You just click the little box and you don't have to see it. Or you can just keep scrolling and then it's gone. It's off your screen. Or you can just stop following me. You don't even have to tell me you don't follow me anymore. You can just do it. You don't have to have a talk with me about it and tell me you don't like my memes. You can just simply stop following me. I may not even notice. Seriously, if you think I post too many memes, and trust me, I post a lot of them, because I find a lot of pretty pictures. I find a lot of things. There are a lot of memes that people post that, quite frankly, offend me. I don't like a lot of people's opinions, but you know what I do? If that person is a dear friend, I don't say anything about it. And I just keep scrolling and I don't say anything, because I figure that person is my friend. It's really not worth arguing. It's not worth getting upset about. It's not worth making an issue about, because that person is already my friend and they have a right to their own opinion, even if I don't like it. Because they're an individual human being and they have a right to feel differently than I do about something, even if it bothers me. And I don't need to say anything about it, because that is their social media. That belongs to them. So I don't need to say anything about it. I need to just leave them be about it. And if I don't like it, click the little box. Okay? And I don't have to look at it again. And if they post enough things I don't like, I can just unfollow them. And if they're badgering me, I can block them. Bruh, it's really seriously that easy. That's the thing about social media that's different than knowing people in real life. You can block people, you can unfollow them. That's different than avoiding somebody in real life. It's so much easier than avoiding somebody in real life. But what's even easier is you can just decide things don't bother you. That's what you can do. So, I just got tired of this guy saying it every single time. So I'm just like, well, I think it's really time to unfollow this dude and block him, because I really don't feel like I need to talk to him about it. He's obviously drinking or something like that, because he forgets that he feels the need to talk to me about it every time he sees us doing that. So, I had a friend who I considered a best friend. She had something to say every time I posted a meme. She was the victim of religious brainwashing. She thought every meme I posted was satanic. So she had something to say under all of my memes. I had to block her. I'm not a Satanist. If you are, that's your business. Okay, I'm not gonna have an issue with you or whatever. But she thought my memes were satanic, so she had to say something about it. I feel sorry for people who are brainwashed religiously. I think that's abuse. Okay, I think that's traumatic. It causes mental illness. But you also don't need to have a savior complex and badger people who post things that you think are malevolent, things that offend you spiritually. She could have stopped following me, so I blocked her. That's something you can do. If somebody, just realize that person is a victim of religious brainwashing. All right, if they think that the things you're posting are of the devil or whatever, I kind of leave people alone when it comes to religion and their beliefs, even if they differ from mine. And I don't judge people for this stuff, for their beliefs or their sexuality or their identity or whatever. You need to be yourself, and you're welcome to believe whatever you want. So, but she just had an issue. So I had to block her. She was just badgering me about my memes. If you're going to let a meme bother you, you need to look inward. If you're going to let a Facebook post bother you, is that the hill you want to die on? Which brings me to my next point. My opinions. If I have an opinion, do you really care about my opinion on Facebook? Are you going to die on that hill? Dude, you don't want to bring the man over there and get everybody in trouble about it. I mean, I might accidentally post my opinion about something. You really care about my opinion? Do you really want the people in charge of social media to come over and shut that person's post down because you don't like something I said? I mean, I might have accidentally posted my opinion because we have free speech in this country. You didn't like it that much, you had to get everybody in trouble. You had to bring the man over. Whoever was in charge of that particular media, you had to get that guy over there and make him bust everybody. Bust me, bust you, and bust the person who started the whole post. Don't die on that hill. It's just social media. My opinion is not that important. I mean, I'd like to think that you guys find me entertaining, but I'm one person. Stop caring so much. At the end of the day, the way, you're making your own decisions. You don't need to really argue about what other people have to say. It's social media. Why is it that big of a deal? Seriously. But you might just want to be the bigger person and decide you're not going to respond when people say stuff on social media. Because sometimes they're looking for a fight. Sometimes they're just like me and they just put an opinion to see who agrees with them. Because honestly, I'm not looking for people to disagree with me or agree to disagree with me or play devil's advocate or anything like that. I'm just hoping to find common ground with people. I'm really not looking to be disagreeable with anybody or have a conflict with anybody or have the people in charge show up or get the person that, started the thread in trouble or anything like that. I mean, so if you can just not start anything, I would really appreciate it. But sometimes you just got to get people off your social media because they're going to find some reason to have a bee in their bonnet. But that's mostly what I have to say. You can't stay friends with everybody. You might want to, there are a lot of friends that you're going to want to keep that you had kind of a sentimental attachment to from way back. I mean, I feel sad that I had to let a lot of people go. A lot of people I considered friends that, I was in writing circles with, a lot of people I went to high school with. I had to cut a lot of people loose because they just would not stop making problems on social media. And I'm thinking, why? Why is social media such a big deal to you? Why are you causing an argument on social media? Don't you have anything better to do? But I guess the answer is no. So that's all I have to say about that. And I hope you guys all have a blessed day. And I will see you in the next content. Bye-bye.